Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday, October the 11th. And as I had mentioned last night in our Facebook private group chat, that we have some really exciting announcements to make about some new tools that we can use to put in your tool belt to help both you and your clients. The first thing that I wanted to talk about is our new partnership with WBNL Coaching. WBNL, which stands for Wondering But Not Lost, is a coaching and coach platform to rebuild your business, whether you've been in the business for 20 years or if you're brand new to the real estate industry. It will help you from start to finish, from the very foundations of setting goals to building your business plan to really getting into the more particulars of picking markets that you would like to have, how to execute strategies and tactics to get where you need to be. And what we're going to do with this announcement and with Spark Offer, which we'll talk about next, is we're not going to dive into these too deep because we're going to be having in the next couple weeks the rollout, and we're going to be having the coaches and the trainers on the meeting and setting up another Zoom course so we can all live interact with both WBNL coaching and with Spark Offer. But I just want to show you real quick, without jumping too far into it, what this course includes for all of our agents. We have the ability, and you have the ability to log in, and this is both recorded sessions, personal coaching, and live team coaching with the entire brokerage and me, Donna, and Sarah to put on these different modules. So you can see it goes into different facets of your business, from the foundation up of setting goals, identifying sources of business, and going all the way through the individual tactics that you need to have a good foundation. So in this, it is actually a very expensive program. And for each one of our agents, it is your ability to refine your business and do better, take more market share. And that benefits the brokerage as well. So what we're doing for each one of the agents, and this is actually the module, we're going to make this free to you. Not initially. We expect everybody to have some skin in the game. So very similar to what we did with the Buffini course. You will take the course and pay for it up front. And we, as long as you complete the course, get your certification, and complete all the modules, follow the homework, etc. It also has some tracking inside of the system that will be able to help and monitor and help your business grow as well from the office. We will reimburse you for the cost of that over 2 closings that have resulted from this program. This program can also, just so you know, it's not a one-time thing. You can go back and revisit if you feel like your business needs to get a little recharge or update. You can always go back through these courses again. And so we're really looking forward to it. This is something that we feel like we've been lacking for a long time, is actually a structured sales and business building and coaching program for each one of you. It's really difficult for just one person in the office to do this. So we actually have an entire company that's going to be helping us through this. It'll look a little bit different than this screen does when you guys get on it. Eventually, it's going to be branded for our company, and that's what they're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks. Is they're building out our system and our platform and landing page, so we can give that to each one of you. But you can see this is a very in-depth program, and let me see if I can go ahead and get logged in here and just show you how deep this system goes. So I apologize, we're going through this a few times. But we'll go through the launch in the next week or two. As soon as we get the word from WBNL and their coaching and IT staff, we'll actually set a date and a Zoom to go through that. So I'm not going to belabor this point anymore. The next thing that I'm really excited about is our new relationship with Spark Offer. Spark Offer is a new digital offer platform for buyers and real estate agents for our listings at Wyndham-Lyons. I think I'd mentioned before we were working on a new platform called WinBids, WYNBIDS, to make it easier in what we're going to be going into over the next few years and how the industry is going to evolve. A more streamlined process for our buyers and sellers and other real estate agents to make offers. Now, before I dive into this, again, I want to let you know I'm not going to deep dive in. This is not a training module. This is more of an announcement. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the system, but let me give you a little bit of history and why we feel it's necessary to change and be on the leading edge of technology for our sellers and for buyers. Over the last year, NAR has been fighting a class action lawsuit. There's actually two class action lawsuits. Some of the larger franchises have settled out of the lawsuit for now, but it's going to forever change the way the industry moves going forward. It was an antitrust suit that said basically that it was a non-competitive practice that real estate brokerages across the United States were forcing their sellers to offer a buyer's agent commission. And all the way from NAR to our local MLSs, everybody knows that if we want to participate or place our listings in the MLSs, we have to offer some form of buyer broker compensation. It could be as little as $1, but typically they felt like it was collusion because it usually ranged between 2.5% and 3% across the board. And these large companies have settled for hundreds of millions of dollars, and it's not over with yet. They expect that this is going to roll down to the state level. But let me give you the big picture. And I'm also going to attach a link down below of an important video that you guys need to spend some time watching on the back and forth between how could play out for all of us in the industry. Basically, we feel like that buyer's agency is going to die a slow death, and that technology is going to slowly replace the necessity for buyers. Not only the necessity, but younger buyers don't want to deal with salespeople. They like to buy their cars online. They like to shop for things on eBay and Amazon without a lot of interaction with the store or the salesperson. So watch that video, but this is our solution and how we're going to redesign and give our sellers an option. And I want to make sure you guys know that this is an option. We're not forcing you guys to use this. This is an amazing tool that's going to be in your tool belt to differentiate yourself from other real estate agents when taking listings or competing for those listings that nobody in greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky is going to have. This is ours. They've agreed to partner with us in this area to help continue to develop the program. Spark Offer is owned. Were acquired by auction.com. So it's a huge company, and their intention is to change the way the market and the listing flows. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here real quick and just show you my dashboard. So the gist of this platform is that we will place our listings on Spark Offer. It'll be WinBids powered by Spark Offer and branded for our company. And in the MLS, we will require that the buyer's agents have to submit all of their offers through Spark Offer. And let me just pull up a few houses. These are all over the country. So we're going to be putting 2 of our listings on in the next couple weeks to live drive it. But basically what happens is either the buyer's agent or the buyer will have to go through this platform to make their offer. The Sellers typically will have pre-inspection done with any repairs in order to entice the buyers to make offers on this platform without inspection contingencies. They can still do it if they'd like to, but inside of the platform, it will offer that, or you can work with the seller to offer that. Have seller documents in here, the addendums, and then with the buyers that make the offer, anytime that they have a cash offer, they have to submit, before they can move forward on the bid, they have to submit their paperwork for proof of funds. If it's financed, they have to put their pre-approval letter. They just upload it directly into the system. The offers are held open for a certain period of time, such as this house right here. There's 8 days left to put an offer in on the property. And also, once you go in to make an offer, if you're a buyer, and this will walk you through it, let's go ahead and just show you real quick. It's super simple for buyers to make offers or agents to make offers in the system. You put in your price, takes you to the next step, asks you what type of financing. Let's just say cash. Next step. It asks you, since it's cash, I have to upload an offer, my cash documents. Next step. Do I want a home contingency or an appraisal contingency? And how fast do I want to close? What the buyer's name is and any additional terms. Next step, it just reviews the offer, goes through the high level information, and I can submit. Now, I'm not going to submit on this house. I'm just showing you that's how easy it is for either a buyer or a real estate agent to make an offer on our listings. Now, the rules in this, and I'll close out of the make an offer. It shows in the offer, and the seller can keep the properties open for that period of time. If they get the offer they want, they can go ahead and just take it. But here's the cool part for the buyers is they're making offers on the system, and this is where it's different than a lot of other places. I'm going to go to one that has a bunch of offers on it. Let's see. We have offers on that one. You can see this is not a canned presentation. I'm just going through here and trying to find one that has some offers on it. This has one offer. If I'm a buyer or a real estate agent and I want to see where I rank, I can actually go to a leaderboard and it'll tell me where my offer ranks as to the other offers. Now, it'll also, if I'm this buyer, let me try to find one with multiples in here. Probably go back a little bit older. These are all newer. This had 3 offers. I'm going to view the leaderboard. If me as a buyer or me as the real estate agent log into my system that I've offered on a Wyndham-Lyons listing, I can see maybe my offer's in 3rd place. What they'll be able to do is go back in. They're not going to be able to see what those other offers are, but what they'll be able to do is the system will give them hints on what made them rank 3 instead of 2 or 1, such as the time period was shorter on the higher offers. Of course, the bids were higher. So the buyer and the listing agent, or just the buyer alone, is able to make adjustments to their bid to push them up the leaderboard. The really cool part is at the same time, you can watch all the activity and monitor for the seller. How many offers do we have? What are the terms of those offers? And also the seller will have their own platform where they're able to monitor the process and the progress of these different offers. Now, the seller at any time, if they get the offer that they need, can go ahead and shut this down. They don't have to keep it open for the entire time that they committed to. 2, if they don't have the offer that they're looking for, they are not forced to take one of those offers that were placed on the property. And 3, they can always extend the time if they wish to extend it. If they maybe have offers, they don't have offers, they just didn't hit where they wanted to be, they can knock that time period out. But the seller at all time on their dashboard can monitor each one of those offers, and it stacks them up. Just like if you had a multiple offer spreadsheet that you have to put together, this actually does it for you and sits it in front of the seller at all times. So what this does for the sellers, the buyers, especially in a seller's market, for buyers, it's a cumbersome process. They have to communicate back and forth with an agent. It's hurried and rushed. This is a more transparent, they can see where they stand. They know that the seller's seeing that their offers, they know that they're being heard, their offers are, and there's abilities to make adjustments until the time period is elapsed on making the offers. There's an ability on the seller side to control the flow of the transaction by doing pre-inspections, repairs up front, communicating clearly through this platform to the buyers what issues have been addressed, making them feel more comfortable with removing one of the biggest items that stop sales of homes, which is the home inspection, not being able to get past that. So again, I'm just giving you the 10-mile high on this. And there's certain processes and steps that'll change the flow of how the real estate transaction works, as well as the ability to place a QR code right outside of the property by your for sale sign that a buyer can just point their phone at, and it says make offer on property, and you can click it, and a buyer that's driving by can start their process of buying your seller's property even without an agent. So this is something, again, nobody likes to hear that our business is changing and buyer agency may be dying a slow death, but we've got to face reality. It is. So we have to become better at becoming listing agents. We have to be better at serving and providing a platform for those buyers who just like to make offers on their own. They feel comfortable doing this. Maybe they've bought 2 or 3 houses in the past, and they're only using a real estate agent to give them entry into the property. This is the solution. So I am super excited that over the next couple of weeks between WBNL, that we're going to be doing live Zoom chat and rollout, as well as with the folks at Spark Offer who've partnered with us in this, exclusively partnered with us in this area, to be the first to hit the streets with something like this. Over the next 2 weeks, we'll have those dates for you. But before we do that, you have to watch the video, the YouTube video that I'm going to link below and send out along with the email to everybody so you can listen to that. It's important that you see how this is going to play out with the settlements and NAR. And they have removed the requirement to pay buyer's agents. They have removed to the requirement a lot of the big brokerages and franchises to even be members of the National Association of Realtors, which means that people are going to stop having to follow the code of ethics, et cetera. So listen to the video. It's long, but it's going to prepare you for the conversations that you're going to have with your clients coming up into the future. And hopefully our brokerage will be one of the folks that are thinking forward, making sure that you're supplied with the latest tools and systems to compete in the way the market's going to work in the future. So again, looking forward to talking with everybody about how we're going to be bridging the gap here and making each one of your businesses more successful and profitable. I look forward to talking with you soon.